Oh, the weather outside is frightful, and my room is not that delightful. Since there's nothing to do tonight, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. What's going on, everyone? My name is Tyler, and this is my vlog. I am recording this on Thursday after a long, annoying day at work where I swear to God, when I woke up this morning, I couldn't tell if I had a hangover from the 2 beers I had last night or if I was getting sick. Either way, I feel better now, and here I am. If you're wondering why, seeing as yesterday was my day off and I'm doing this after work, why I'm doing my vlog now, well, that's because last night I spent the night with my brother. I didn't actually stay the night with him, but I went and hung out with him. Mentioned this a couple videos back. Things went down with him. Party while parents were in Ireland. Long story short, he got kicked out, and, well, I hadn't heard from him in a while. Both of us were kind of bad about it. He didn't text me, I didn't text him, call, what have you. And finally I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to see how he's doing. It's been a couple of days since his 21st birthday, so might as well see how he is. Maybe go out and have a drink with him. And so that's what I did. I got all my daily stuff done, fighting the weather, taking care of scrap, and dealing with point A and point B not really working with each other. And just met up with him, brought a few things that my mom wanted to give to him, and we hung out. We went to this awesome little bar called Tallyho's. He's apparently doing halfway decently, even though he doesn't have a job yet. Feel bad for him on that, but he did pick up an application while we were at the bar last night, and we just had a good time. We talked, saw how everyone was doing, gave him my end, he gave me his end, talked about the different things that were going on in our lives, stupid drama that's going on in both of our lives, and yeah, that was that. By the time I got back, it was way too late, and there was no way I was doing a vlog. I love you all, but Jesus, man's gotta sleep, even if it is for short periods of time. As you can see, the shirt of the week is the Zombie Repellent shirt. Now, yes, shotgun, obvious, it's a Zombie Repellent thing, but what you don't know is this is actually a shirt for Resident Evil. You can see that on the back, a couple of shotgun shells just trying to chill in there, and Resident Evil. Now, I have seen a number of different shirts that are very similar to this, if not reversed in colors, so it's an army colored tee and then black lettering, if not being the same exact thing, but it not being an officially licensed Resident Evil product. But, hey, whatever, it's still a good point to get across. Zombies. Destroy this thing. And kind of goes the same for people, too. If there's someone you don't like, treat them as zombies. Destroy this thing. Not the hair, what's in under the hair and the scalp and the skull and the gray matter. Take care of the brain, take care of the brain, and you all be good. Slightly off topic, I'm gonna talk about something that, for the most part, irks my nerves just a little bit. I'm a straight guy. Sometimes I'll come up with random little gay things like, that's a fashion faux pas, why are you wearing flip-flops with a pair of denim jeans? To me, that just doesn't make sense. If you're gonna have exposed feet, at least knee down exposed. I don't know why that bothers me so much. It just does. No, I don't have issues with that because of past relationships or anything like that. It just doesn't seem right to me, and it's a very Florida thing to do. Wear jeans and flip-flops. In my mind, you already have really comfortable footwear, seeing as you just have a little piece of padding and then the thong thing as a quote-unquote shoe. Why not let the rest of your leg breathe? At least up to the knee. That just makes sense to me. If you're wearing flip-flops, it's normally a beach situation. I've yet to see someone go to the beach and then go swimming in a pair of jeans. It's always your frighteningly tiny Speedo thing that's going on, or a pair of swim trunks that could also be considered board shorts. Again, shorts, flip-flops. It's just me. That's just me letting it slide. Anyhow, small fashion faux pas. It's to all you bald people. Yes. People who have the unfortunate genetic thing where you lose this area of your head. It's just no hair. It sucks. I know. A lot of you people, case in point, a friend's dad, can do that awesome comb over that when a nice strong breeze comes by, it literally goes almost to a mohawk kind of thing, but then you just bust out the comb, one clean swipe, and it's done. But the bald mullet. Really? Bald mullet. I understand. You're losing your hair, you kind of want to have your rock and roll thing going on, but dude, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And then trying to put that back in a ponytail? Don't, guys. Don't try to be someone you're not with that hair. You don't have it, so just don't even worry about it. Go with the full cue ball effect. Shave it all down. Keep it nice and trimmed like my friend Caitlin's dad does. There are simple things that you can do to make yourself look good without this. And having long, crazy hair back here isn't one of them. Now, if you're lucky, like, I can't remember the actor's name, but I'm just going to say Dr. Emmett Brown, kind of have that almost epic widow's peak going on. That's cool. Yeah, you can let that go crazy because it just looks like you've been doing this too long. Just, oh my goodness, why have I been doing this? And you're rubbing it away right in that area. I kind of hope that's what happens with me. That or I'll get that sweet, silver streak thing like Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Weird thing. I know. I don't understand it either. That's just 10 of the weird things that I want to happen to this. It won't. It'll probably all just become this. It's a lot of chest hair. A lot. Chest hair. I'm a Wookiee. Again, new random topic. Let's just start it off fresh. Working for the company that I work for, I've come across a number of really weird things where it takes something else that's not even related to the system to fix it. But sometimes, you have that weird problem that just disturbs you. You don't know what exactly was causing it, and then you find out it's just something so minimal. It's something that shouldn't even happen. Case in point, customer came in the middle of a rainstorm. It was monsooning outside earlier, if you didn't see. All those nice people in Brandon, Florida. Riverview area even. It was raining very hard, and this customer comes in this, I can't remember what year it was, I just know it was a Chrysler Town & Country, Jelly Bean style, to give you an idea. 3.3 motor, if that helps you guys at all, for probably the two people that also work on cars that watch this. Well, it comes in, and his main concern was his belt came off. He just had a pulley put on, he had just had a new belt put on, but his belt slipped off while he was driving. So, bring it in. There's no actual inspection. Just find out why. This is the kind of stuff I like. I like to just find out why something's happening. I don't want to go through your frickin' courtesy check and check all your fucking fluids and all that other stuff. Just let me find out what the problem is. Shot break. So I open the hood. I start looking at everything. I'm touching every single pulley just to see if maybe something's seized up. Maybe something's not spinning the way that it should be spinning. I spin everything feels fine. I get it all back on, and I'm looking at this. It's spinning right. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything that could be causing the initial problem. And then I look up. And the way this car is designed, in all of Chrysler's fucking glory, they have that big area that can be easily removed if you have to work on the car, that pretty much houses the wiper arms and the linkage and all that fun stuff. If I'm not mistaken, it can be removed. I might be wrong. I haven't done one recently. But it has this drainage system that is obviously supposed to drain. Let water go from point A to point B, so it's not pooling up and everything. Well, how this was set up is there's this the tiny little drain part. I'm covering my face. This shouldn't be happening. There's this tiny little drain part that comes at the bottom of that cowl. And there's supposed to be a tube that meets up to it so that the water can flow freely away from this area. Now, what connects those two things is a small little elbow. I couldn't tell you what it looks like just because of this situation. It wasn't there. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder, grab some washer fluid, just pour it on top of that area where it's then supposed to be draining out of, and sure as shit, water goes directly onto the belts. Chrysler, you suck for that. Number one, why would you even design it to where it can pour directly onto the belts? Number two, why would you design something so faulty that it just falls off? Long story short, I got a half-inch tube, or a small half-inch piece, or let's try that again. Long story short, I got a small piece of hose, half-inch heater hose to be exact. Just wedged it up in that, connected it to the rest of the hose. Again, poured it down, did what it was supposed to do. Water flowed from point A to point behind the right rear wheel, not on top of the belt, so that it could come off while the customer was driving. I do that. I write it down, back the car up, only so much because it was still raining outside. Gotta be nice. Let the guy be dry for a little bit. Hang the ticket up and go about my day. Customer then comes back out. I know you just took care of this, and I know that you showed me everything beforehand, but can I just see what you did? Sure, no problem. Pops the hood. I show him. See, it connects right here. I would personally consider this a temporary fix. Hell, if anything, it might even be considered an upgraded fix. Either way, I took care of it, as you can see, and then he saw just the water going out behind the right rear wheel. He was so stoked, that I was able to fix this asinine little problem so that he could at the least get home. Because really, at the end of the day, if I can't sell the stuff that you need because it's too expensive and whatnot, I at least like to know that I'm at least selling you some peace of mind. You at least know what the situation is. You at least know that it's been taken care of. Because that's the kind of guy I am. I don't like just draining oil all frickin' day long. I don't just like doing tires all day long. I like actually taking a problem and fixing it. Finding out what the root cause is, solving the issue, bada bing, car's done. If I could only turn around and do that for my van, that'd be fantastic, but at this point, that takes money. And that's something I don't have. And finally, who's ready for Halloween? Because I'm ready for Halloween. I'm very ready for Halloween. Ashley knows I'm very ready for Halloween. Why? Because I picked up some nunchucks. 2 to be exact. Okay, I should probably not do that in here, especially since the foam pieces are currently coming off of small plastic pieces. But yes, I'm ready for Halloween. I get excited as hell every year Halloween comes around because it's time for me to pretend. It's time for me to play. It's time for me to be somebody else. I like that. Secretly, okay, not secretly, I would love to be an actor. To be perfectly honest with you folks, I would love to be an actor. But at this point, with the gauges, with the tattoos, it's kind of hard to try to get into that type of thing because, let's face it, even in the acting world, they're still looking for people that are, you know, not body modified in any way, shape, or form. Now, I mean, a standard ear piercing, you can easily take that out and edit it out if need be, depending on the size of the hole. Same thing with tattoos. You can easily take care of that. When you have a combination like I do, if anything, you'd end up probably getting those roles of the bad guys, even though a lot of the roles nowadays are actually getting changed. A lot of people that look like they could be the bad guys end up being the good guys. Case in point, Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You see him. He's got that menacing mask on, that crazy hockey mask. He's got his entire satchel full of a number of different weapons that are actually just stuff he probably picked up at the Sports Authority, if not his garage, and he goes out and kicks butt for good. He takes down the bad guys, but he looks like a menacing bad guy himself. And if for some reason I were able to get wrapped up in that whole acting spiel, I wouldn't personally want to get, typecasted. Getting typecasted sucks. That's why the Red Ranger hasn't done anything since being the Red Ranger. Why? Because he played the Red Ranger. Just saying. But yes, I love Halloween, and as you saw, I got nunchucks, which could only mean that I'm probably going something in the Oriental sense. Specifically, I'm going to try to bust my ass and actually make this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume happen. I have been talking about it since last year. I tried to do something with it last year, so much so that I got a Nerf sword because I thought Leonardo would be a great way to go. But then I thought about it. No, I'm not really a Leonardo guy. I'm a dork. I read comics. I make obscure references to movies that some people don't even know about. Hell, someone the other day was like, "Hey Tyler, have you ever heard of UHF?" UHF? Ultra High Frequency, starring frickin' Weird Al Yankovic? Hell yeah, I have! Why? Because I'm insane, people. But I decided to go with Michelangelo because I kind of relate more to Mikey. I've, noticed a few things where I can kind of relate to everyone else, except for Leonardo. I don't think I've ever necessarily taken a leadership stance anywhere, but sometimes I get brainy like Donatello, and I'm frightened of bugs. I'll admit it. They freak me out. I'll be the man and, oh look, a spider. Smash that bitch, but you get me next to a wasp or a beetle that's flying around, I hate bugs. I hate bugs. But at the same time, I'm fun-loving. I'm kind of loose. I get loosey-goosey, especially after a couple of drinks. So as far 2 shots this entire video. And yeah, I'm like Mikey. So I decided to go for Mikey. And hopefully I will actually be able to pull off this Halloween costume. If I can pull off this Halloween costume, you folks are going to see it because I will probably do an entire vlog in that costume because Halloween falls on a Wednesday this year, and I'll be frickin' damned if I don't get either of those days off. Because I know that I wrote them down, I put them in Chris's office, I don't care what he says. Because all he told me before was, hey, write it down, put it in my office. Tell me what days you need off, I'll make it happen. He apparently hasn't been bad about giving people 2 days off in a row, so let's see if that happens. October 31st, November 1st. Get ready for party, recuperate from party. 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, well I think that's going to wrap this up for this week. I know, this one was crazy. This one was random. This one was me doing this a lot. But I hope that you all do, in fact, have a good week. I know I'm going to try to keep my week continuing in an upward spiral and good, fun type of things going on. Probably the next video that I do will actually be a tutorial on how to properly take care of your nunchucks, seeing as I didn't think about doing it this time. Well, I'll explain it next time. Anyhow, you guys have a good time. I'm going to take this shot. 3 for this video. I love you all. Bye. Ooh, that's spooky.